All right, let's talk about sports. But not just the game itself. We're going behind the scenes. We're pulling back the curtain on what it really takes to make our favorite sporting events happen. So, welcome to the Ultimate Playbook. I mean, really think about it. You've got thousands of athletes, millions of fans, countless moving parts, all coming together flawlessly? How on earth does that happen? Well, it's not magic, that's for sure. It is an absolute masterclass in management, and that is exactly what we are going to break down today. So, here's our game plan. We're going to start with the fundamental blueprint for any event. Then, we'll look at the dream team that brings that plan to life. We'll walk through the entire life cycle of an event, from start to finish, see how the competitions are actually set up, and wrap things up by looking at how this all applies to sports in our own backyards. Okay, first up, the blueprint. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a local school sports day or a global spectacle. Every single successful event is built on the exact same 5 core principles of management. And here they are. This is kind of the secret formula: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. These 5 steps, they are the absolute backbone of any event. If you get these right, you're already halfway to victory. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with a solid plan. This is where you put it all on paper. You're figuring out every single detail in advance. What are we doing? How are we going to pull it off? And when does every little thing need to happen? A failure to plan is just a plan to fail. It all starts right here. So, once the plan is set, it's time to act. Organizing is all about creating the structure. You know, setting up the different committees and assigning tasks. Staffing is about finding the perfect person for each job, from the ticket taker to the head referee. Directing is that hands-on leadership, keeping everyone motivated and moving in the same direction. And finally, controlling. That's where you keep an eye on everything, making sure it all sticks to the plan. So who are these people doing all the work? Well, let's meet the dream team. We're talking about all the different committees where each group has a super specific and absolutely vital role to play. Just look at this list. You can see how each committee is its own specialized unit, right? The publicity committee gets the word out. Transportation makes sure everyone gets there on time. Grounds and equipment make sure the field is ready for action. From first aid to finance, each one owns a critical piece of the puzzle. And, let's be real, the refreshment committee, they might just have the most important job of all. Now, the work these committees do isn't the same from start to finish. A sporting event has a distinct life cycle with different jobs that are critical before, during, and after the actual competition. Let's break that down. Before the tournament, it's all about prep work, locking down the budget, creating the schedule, getting the prizes ready. Then, during the tournament, the focus shifts to execution, running the opening ceremony, making sure first aid is available, just keeping the whole show on the road. And finally, post-tournament is all about the wrap-up, handing out the awards, paying the bills, and filing away all the results for the history books. All right, we've covered the how, so now let's dive into the what. How is the competition itself actually structured? There are a couple of key ways to set things up that totally change how teams compete and how a winner is crowned. The 2 big ones are knockout and league. A knockout tournament is pure drama. It's high stakes. You lose one game and you're out. Think about the finals of the World Cup. A league, or round robin, on the other hand, is more of a marathon. Every team plays every other team, and the winner is the one with the most points at the end. It's all about consistency. You can also define competitions by their scope. So, intramural literally means within the walls. This is when different classes or teams inside of one school compete against each other. Extramural then means outside the walls. That's when your school's team goes out to compete against other schools. And hey, don't sleep on intramurals. They are so important. This is the training ground. It's where you learn about team spirit and fair play, where you build leadership skills. And, crucially, it's often where the best talent gets spotted for those bigger extramural teams. Okay, for our last section, let's shift gears and talk about a different kind of competition, one where the final score really isn't the point. This is all about community sports, where just taking part is a win. This quote pretty much says it all. It's a totally different mindset, right? The goal isn't about getting a trophy. It's about using sports to build something bigger, to build health, community, and connection. The shared experience is the prize. A perfect example is a health run. You know, like a big city marathon. For 99% of the people there, the goal isn't to come in first. It's just to be there, to finish, to be part of this huge positive event that's all about fitness and well-being. And then you've got the run for fun, Oh yeah, this is pure joy and laughter. We're talking about the classics, the sack race, the lemon and spoon race. The goal here isn't about being the best athlete. It's about having a great time and making some fun memories.
Sports can also be an incredible vehicle for change. A run for a specific cause takes all that energy and focuses it on something important, like raising money for charity or bringing awareness to an issue like environmental protection.
And maybe the most powerful of all is the Run for Unity. These are events designed specifically to bring people from all different backgrounds together, using sports to build a feeling of brotherhood and a shared sense of community. So here's the bottom line. Behind every single sporting event, big or small, there is a masterclass in management happening. And these same principles are used not just to crown champions, but to build stronger, healthier, and more connected communities through the simple power of sports. Which really leaves us with one final thought. Now that you've seen the playbook, and we know just how powerful sports can be, the real question is, what's stopping you? What kind of event could you bring to your community?